A one-bedroom apartment in central Chiang Mai rents for around $300 to $400 a month, and it's genuinely a good place to live. That's not a compromise. That's a real home in a real city. So drop the assumption that a good life has to cost a lot. Here are 10 lifestyles that stay cheap and still deliver. Number 10. Geo-arbitrage. Tim Ferriss popularized this back in 2007. Earn money in a strong currency. Spend it where prices are low. He was really blunt about it, joking that once Estonia got cheaper than India, he'd send the work to Estonia, not himself. It's the easiest lever to pull. Swapping your zip code for savings makes sense on a spreadsheet, but be mindful to not lose your roots. Number 9. Van life. Foster Huntington quit his job at Ralph Lauren in 2011, moved into a converted van, and the photos he posted from the road started a whole movement. He funded the leap with a book deal, so even the ultimate escape had a corporate safety net under it. The freedom is real. Number 8. Tiny houses. Jay Schaefer built one of the first modern tiny houses on wheels in 1997 and put it on a trailer for a reason. Classify it as towable instead of permanent, and it dodges the minimum size rules that would otherwise kill the whole idea. Clever, legally speaking. Less clever when you're hosting 3 guests and storing a winter coat. Number 7. Fire. Vicky Robin and Joe Dominguez's book, Your Money or Your Life, reframed spending as hours of your life traded away. In the book's own example, an $11 an hour job effectively pays $4 once you count what the job costs you to have. That math is genuinely eye-opening. What bugs me is a philosophy about living well that spends its best years telling you to wait. Number 6. Danish co-housing. Jan Gudmund Høyer organized Denmark's first co-housing community, Sædedammen, which opened in 1972, built around one shared common house. Kitchens, meals, tools, and childcare all get pooled across the cluster instead of every household buying its own. This is the first entry where cutting costs stops feeling like sacrifice. You basically gain a village and lose a lawnmower. Number 5. Kibbutz life. The first kibbutz was founded on the shore of the Sea of Galilee, pooling meals, childcare, healthcare, and housing through the collective instead of a paycheck. That's about as radical as sharing gets. It also explains why roughly 3 in 4 kibbutzim have since gone private. Total equality is a beautiful idea that keeps running into ordinary human ambition. Number 4. Swedish lagom. The word means roughly not too little, not too much, just the right amount. Treat it as a default, not a philosophy anyone has to try. The right of public access lets people walk, camp, and pick berries on land they don't own. The real trick isn't cheapness. It's that nobody's racing to outspend anyone, so wanting more just stops being the point. Number 3. Hygge. Make Viking, head of Copenhagen's Happiness Research Institute, carried the concept worldwide with his 2016 book. The recipe is almost insultingly cheap. Candles, blankets, coffee, and people you like. Denmark keeps landing near the top of global happiness rankings, and Hygge gets a lot of the credit. The real proof here is that spending past a certain point just stops making evenings better. Number 2. Danshari. Tokyo writer Fumio Sasaki sold nearly everything he owned and wrote about it in a 2015 memoir. The term itself was adapted from ascetic yoga training, and it was never really about tidying. It's about discarding attachment to the object, not just the clutter. It's the most solo lifestyle here. Powerful for one person, useless against loneliness. Number 1. Nicoya, Costa Rica. It is one of a handful of places on Earth with an unusual concentration of people still active past 90. Locals talk about a plan de vida, their reason for waking up, and it's not a marketing phrase. Being poor by global income standards bought longer, healthier lives than money buys almost anywhere else. Back in Chiang Mai, that cheap apartment still runs on a paycheck. In Nicoya, the cheapest life runs on neighbors and a reason to get up in the morning. Turns out a good life and an expensive one were never the same thing. Which of these would you actually live? And what cheap great lifestyle did I leave out? Tell me in the comments.